大家好，今天的单词是 itinerary. Do you have any friends that need to create an itinerary for any kind of trip? They never just do things freely? Again, the word today is itinerary. 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 Let us look closer at the word itinerary. Itinerary. I-T-I-N-E-R-A-R-Y. An itinerary is a detailed plan or route of a trip. So when I asked about the friend that likes to create an itinerary, I mean someone who likes to create a list of things you will be doing on your trip. Sometimes it's important if you're going somewhere for a short period of time to have an itinerary because at least you can use your time wisely. Another example is when you're taking a flight. After you purchase your ticket, the airline will send you an itinerary, which is the route of your trip that you're going to be taking. Let's look at some example sentences using the word itinerary, which means a detailed plan or route of a trip. Example 1. We planned our itinerary months before our trip. Example 2. No, I didn't get the cruise itinerary you sent me. Can you send it over? Again, the word is itinerary.
Hello, welcome to Morning English. 早安英文呢是一个为大家免费提供英语教学的频道，每天都会更新。如果你想获得关于英语听说读写的内容，我们都会在这个频道更新。我们的目标是帮助全球的华人学好英语。如果你觉得还不错的话，记得给我们订阅哦。另外，点开小铃铛，这样的话就不会错过其他任何学习视频啦。对了，如果你想获取本节课的完整版笔记，在视频简介或者评论区领取哦。你也可以给这个视频点赞，点赞就相当于自动保存啦。
大家好，今天的单词是 trekking. Some people enjoy trekking for days or even months. There was a group of 3 men that were friends who went to go trekking on the Great Wall of China. They went trekking for 17 months and they were put in the record books as the first people to ever walk the length of the Great Wall during that time. Oh, that's too long for me. Okay, the word today is trekking. Let's look closer at the word trekking. T-R-E-K-K-I-N-G. Trekking. Trekking. Trekking means the activity of walking a long distance on foot for pleasure. So these 3 friends just decided to go on a walk for 17 months for fun. Would you go on a 17-month walk for fun? Okay, let's look at some example sentences using the word trekking. Example 1. I had no idea you were still trekking through the mountains. Example 2. We better not be trekking for more than 30 minutes to her house. Again, the word is trekking. 大家好，今天的单词是 plagiarism. In college, my professor told us of this student that turned in a poem that was written by Shakespeare. My professor turned the student in for plagiarism, and the student was expelled from my university. Again, the word is plagiarism. Let's look closer at the word plagiarism. P-L-A-G-I-A-R-I-S-M. Plagiarism is the process or practice of using another person's idea or work and pretending that it's yours. So, say you create a new game, and that's so cool. Then you show it to me and I say, how amazing. Then at the same time, I release a game that is exactly like your game. That would be considered plagiarism. In the US, you can face up to 1 year in jail and a fine from $500 to $50,000. Wow. Let's look at some example sentences using the word plagiarism. Example 1. He plagiarized a classmate's report. Example 2. Make sure to reference where you found any information to avoid plagiarism. Again, the word is plagiarism. 大家好，今天的单词是 ecstasy. Whenever I'm far away from home and I come back, I get a feeling of ecstasy when I smell the salty air from the ocean. That's the one thing I will always miss about my hometown. Okay, the word today is ecstasy. Ecstasy. Let us look closer at the word ecstasy. E-C-S-T-A-S-Y. Ecstasy is a feeling of extreme pleasure. Think back to trying something you loved doing for the first time. That pure ecstasy moment that you loved so much. For some people, when they go out to the club, they feel ecstasy. The feeling of being free and just being happy brings the feeling of ecstasy. So, let's look at some example sentences using the word ecstasy. Example 1. As soon as the chocolate melted in their mouth, their eyes filled with ecstasy. Example 2. When she kissed him, her body became filled with ecstasy. Again, the word today is ecstasy.
Hello, welcome to Morning English. 早安英文呢是一个为大家免费提供英语教学的频道，每天都会更新。如果你想获得关于英语听说读写的内容，我们都会在这个频道更新。我们的目标是帮助全球的华人学好英语。如果你觉得还不错的话，记得给我们订阅哦。另外，点开小铃铛，这样的话就不会错过其他任何学习视频啦。对了，如果你想获取本节课的完整版笔记，在视频简介或者评论区领取哦。你也可以给这个视频点赞，点赞就相当于自动保存啦。
大家好，今天的单词是 penalty. Since everywhere else in the world soccer is very important, I've been trying to get into it more. So I was watching a game and then one of the teams got a penalty. Then the other team got a free kick into the goal. I was so confused about why the penalty happened. Okay, the word today is penalty. 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 Let us look closer at the word penalty. P-E-N-A-L-T-Y. This time, we're going to look at the definition that means an advantage given in some sports to a team or player when the other team or player breaks a rule. I do know that in basketball, a penalty shot is given when the other team breaks a rule. The players look so upset when there are penalties. Sometimes the players get so mad they start fighting. Sports are so intense and confusing sometimes, but let's look at some example sentences using the word penalty. Example 1. As a team, we need to stop getting so many penalties. Example 2. He had to give the ball back to the other team because of the penalty. Again, the word is penalty.